5 components of emotional intelligence. They are 1, self-awareness, 2, self-regulation, 3, motivation, 4, empathy, and 5, social skills. So imagine a writer, an author to be. Can you imagine not having the skill of empathy, for example, for a writer? It's not going to happen. You need to empathize yourself. If you're writing for example, if you're writing some fiction, right? So you need to emphasize yourself with the character in the book. Or if you're writing about somebody, you need to shift your perspective and be able to see the world through those eyes, and that requires nothing but empathy. So emotional intelligence today is the ultimate skill everybody must have. So IQ is something that it is in the pocket. Like if you don't have high IQ over 120 or something, like even forget it. But it is not even enough. You need to have high IQ and high EQ in order to stand out, in order to be able to express yourself in a unique way, in a creative way, in order to convey your message in a very, like, again, unique your way. And that way you can brand yourself. So empathy is a very, very important skill for every writer. Social skills, when I say social skills, I am referring to be able to start a conversation, build rapport, and be likable by other people. And that requires some kind of mental training on how to create your language in an effective way. So you don't want to piss people off. You don't want to turn the conversation off, and you don't want to feel isolated and not liked by others. So that is the social skills. I started with the empathy and social skills because that is the one about the others. When I moved to the first 3, which is self-awareness, self-regulation, and motivation, that is about the person himself or herself. So if you are not aware of your communication, your behavior patterns, what you're doing, then you're not going to be able to analyze them, so to say. And if you're not able to analyze or measure your own behaviors, how are you even going to talk about them? So you need to have consciousness, awareness, and regulation so that you can manage your emotions instead of them managing you. Because it's either this way or that way. Either your emotions run you or you run them. So there is no way in between. And self-regulation is something like that, because people ask me, so you're telling me to manage my anger. I get that. There are like anger management courses. And then they're like, but I'm a human being. And I think I do have the right to be angry. I'm like, good point. Yes, you do have the right to be angry. And guess what? You need to be able to be angry on your own. So if you are to show me your anger in your communication, in your behavior, or in some way interacting with me, if I am the one being exposed to your anger as your emotion, that it is not cool. It's not effective. If you want to be angry, go to your room, be on your own, scream out loud, do whatever you want, just curse and vent and do anything you want, but make sure it doesn't affect others, because it's not such a positive emotion you want to share with the world. So it is really important to understand that we are human beings, and yes, we do need all kinds of emotions. It's kind of like a rainbow, right? We have every color in the rainbow, just like every emotion that we are supposed to experience as a human being. But the negative ones are not the ones we want to share with others, and that's why the negative emotions are supposed to expressed. The negative emotions are supposed to be expressed when we are alone. You can scream, you can go on a hiking, you can do boxing. I don't care how you let it out, but you are not supposed to make the other person experience that. It is the person's responsibility, and that's what it means to have self-regulation. You regulate it in such a manner, you put it in a great structure that it doesn't really affect others anymore, but you still get to feel that experience. And anger, to be fair, actually is a very useful emotion. I mean, look at all the civil rights movement and gay and lesbian movements, all of the movements, like everything. Like, look at Martin Luther King. Everybody started what they believed in going against something that they didn't favor. So they wanted to do something with it, and then they used anger so effectively, and then they were able to create something so unique and impressive out of it. So that is the kind of self-regulation we're talking here in terms of emotional intelligence. And again, for a writer to write about emotions, that needs to be calculated, measured, monitored, and then filtered through that kind of like behaviors, and then be expressed to the writers, to the audience and the readers. So that is the responsibility of the author in terms of emotional intelligence.